I'm hoping to complete 10 chapters. I've already got the whole thing in what I'm going to write. It may be a little bit unbelievable, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, actually, so you sit and write it.
No, that is another problem with me. If I sit in front of the computer screen, in any case my mind is already blank. It becomes completely blank. I can't do a word on it. I can't think, nothing will happen. I enjoy the computer screen and the computer probably enjoys if it has anything. So what happened was that when I started this writing, it used to come in a spurt. I used to sit quietly in the island. Bandipur, I used to go to little place in the forest, sit and I know when it is coming. I don't want to eat, I don't want to drink, I don't want to walk, I want to write. That is how it comes. So I used to have a pad, immediately get it and start writing. 2 hours, 3 hours, I won't know if it is lunch time or dinner time, nothing. When it is over, first thing that you feel is hunger. So I know it is over.
It is over.
So like that I wrote all scribbles on a pad.
The whole lot, my God.
Whole lot was scribbled. There was no typed version. So it took about 1 year to finish. And then I sent it to the editor.
So what about the portion which wasn't typed, which is not there? This is the limited edition.
It's there with me. I want to put it out in this second sequence.
Okay.
Because the editor said that he can't put this whole thing into one book because some don't fit into the narrative.
Yes. I see.
And then he said, otherwise I have to do the whole thing again and make a different. I said, no, don't spoil my narration. So don't do anything. If you think something doesn't fit, take it out. So I have another pile of that. So we are working on it. Somehow I want to get it out. Because the autobiography has now gone into so many language translations.
Who did the German and French and all?
French has not been done. German is almost ready.
But French, you can't do that. It will be coming out soon.
They are working on it.
Oh.
Somebody is working on it. German translation is out on Amazon as an e-book, but it's not yet come out as a book. It's done by a professor who is working in Amritananda Mines Institute. He's a German who is teaching some German language literature. So he came to see me saying that I came to see only to write this book. So I gave it to him. Then after the manuscript was ready, we circulated it to Max Muller Bhavan, some people, and they have gone through it, satisfied. So it's going to be printed. Federico is working on the Spanish. Then French, also some work is going on in Canada. There's a Nambudri lady who's a professor there in France, Gayatri. She is doing it.
I see.
Then other Indian languages, most of them, Telugu, Kannada, Gujarati and Oriya have to come out. Oriya is in print now. Bengali they are doing. So after some time I will have to go in disguise.
So a lot of books have been sold to the people, so they can they print a book for you to sign for them?
I think so.
We take lots of them on Sunday.
Yeah, for selling.
If anybody wants to sign their book,
Yes, Madhu.
3 copies.
Yeah, bring 2.
Nirmala, you have a copy.
No, I don't. I just
Farid also.
Faride also.
I take a copy.
Ritu has it.
Yeah, mine is in rotation.
She's the
I'm going to take one to get it signed. Ji?
You were the first one who emailed me from here.
Yeah, I read it and I felt somehow
And
I had to get in
there
touch
is
with you.
Somebody called Ritu, she said, what Ritu?
Among all my girlfriends.
I know. I was very popular when I came over there because they all thought it was me for some reason.
Yes, please.
This, it's very funny. Recently I came to know, anything can happen in the United States. This book is in Amazon.com. You can buy it. Some $20, $21. Now there is a small company in the United States operating from California, Los Angeles, which is called Heritage Book Publishers or something like that. Amazon.com has come to know that these people are run by two Vietnamese. They are selling the autobiography signed copies for $300. And I have never signed any book. Now,
My God.
we are completely nonplussed. Who is doing this? What?
Yeah.
So I told Balaji, please make some
find out.
inquiry.
No, but there are people who...
This is signed copies. I don't know, they must have got it from the scan or something. I'm sure. One person must have got it signed. Some Nigoin something is from the Vietnamese. A couple. They are running the thing.
Wow. They must have got the Kindle edition and had a fancy printing and all of this.
Maybe. Quite possible. They
The
might
whole
have
ring
even
must be
printed.
happened, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they must have had some really, good print setter. And
Get my copy signed.
$300, can you imagine? They're saying there's some limited edition with signature. I've never signed. And I'm feeling very embarrassed because somebody might actually think I have signed and I'm selling it.
yeah.
We are taking $100 from everybody, sir.
Why?
Hong Kong dollars. 100 Hong Kong is not
I don't know,
much.
it is between you and Magenta Press.
No, it is between me and Balaji.
That's what.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's the reason.
the
That's-
cost of
that's okay.
sending it has been quite
Please tell
more.
Balaji,
Huh.
at least some royalty has to be sent to the author.
I'm not selling any more books.
He is doing actually. But I have to remind him once in a while.
That's true.
I left it to him completely, you do what you think. Not only that, he follows up DC books who never give royalties, Malayalam translation, to anybody on earth. And he manages to get some checks from them also. Whose book?
Uncle, how do you...
Ritu,
My-
this her own.
Ritu.
Uncle, how
So
is
this
your
I'm not
connection?
giving for the
Huh?
You tell us how you
RITOO.
No
your
H.
connection.
No H. RITOO.
E?
Maybe later we can.
Oh, that's what I thought it's you.
Double O.
It's a very unusual spell.
007.
Anything else to be written or read to?
Whatever you would.
No, the name, that's all. It's really funny. There's a CD also.
Yes.
Wonderful.
It's beautiful, this CD.
Which CD? This is a small interview. Right?
Oh.
ಈ ತಮಿಳು ನನಗೆ எழுத வராதுங்க.
Parole.
You should listen to his Tamil interview.
I did. I watched one on Jaya TV. YouTube and alla
It's very
paathuken.
funny. You know what happened? They came and told me that morning in Malay, what is that? Malay Malar. You have to be interviewed. This Jaya TV.
I saw the
So I thought we'll do it in English because I didn't know I can speak Tamil so much. So I went to them and I said, English la better. Sir, it is Tamil channel.
channel.
Then I said, then what to do? You say how much you can add English. Ultimately it turned out.
You turned it good. I mean, I
That's
thought
what many
maybe,
people told me.
because I thought maybe you're you've been in Chennai, so your Tamil was pretty good.
Babaji's game. I thought after the interview was finished and they all said, very nice, Romba nalla irundhathu. I said to Babaji, what is this? What game are you playing? Nirmala.
Nirmala.
But I was quite surprised, I was born and brought up in Chennai. And he was happily saying words which I was saying, Are, ye kya ho raha hai?
நீங்களும் பாத்தீங்களா அது? Jaya TV in that interview. I also like the one you heard on the Gayatri Mantra I also said.
F-A-R-I-D-E.
F-A-D-E.
There is a nice CD on Dasha Mahavidya, on the Mother Goddess.
She is Faride.
That is also
It's in the website.
That means the blessed one.
Yeah? Oh,
I'm not
in
sure.
Persian.
In Persian, yes.
So, Shroff also. Right.
Whatever you like.
How do you spell this?
S-H-R-O-F-F.
What a beautiful handwriting.
You should
You should have seen my manuscript, they were scribbled.
you should meet her husband also, sir.
Thank
Very.
Is he coming
very
on
He
Sunday?
will definitely come
Do
to
we
me.
see him?
He will come for the talk.
That's his pardon.
Coming to Ritu's house on Sunday.
I don't know. I will
Come tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Sunday,
It's in
for
Bangalore.
the public talk, I wanted to do the Bhagavad Gita because many people don't have an idea what it is all about. Although we hear it every time. Don't know, so I thought, let me explain that it's a simple thing. It's not some complicated thing meant only for sannyasins. And all that. It's meant for us. See, Arjuna is in the battlefield. He is not in the caves. If you hold up the Gita, it's talk to him. So we are all in this battlefield. Very often we feel like throwing down our bows and retiring, but no. Krishna, let's pick it up. What happened to you? You are okay till now.
I did retire and then I've taken up the battle again.
Good. And whenever I hear that, I feel very. For me, the constant battle is going on. Even though I am not interested whether I win or lose.
There should be something.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
I was thinking, how easy is it to overcome anger and
Not
hatred? Not easy.
The magic potion.
Temper, yeah.
Not easy. But then we have to first see the source, the root cause of it. Because sometimes anger may be a result of some physical illness also, which is making us frustrated. So you have to identify the root cause. Then one should start at the root to handle it. Otherwise you can control anger. But control anger is okay for our day-to-day existence. But deep down, it's there, inside.
In fact, that sometimes can be more harmful.
Sometimes it bursts
because
out,
it
explodes.
comes like a volcano.
Let it out
Sometimes you
there.
see people who are so
Not on
nice,
others.
then suddenly they explode. In Tamil they say sadhu miranda.
Sadhu Miranda.
It can be pretty dangerous.
They've suppressed it, not really controlled it, they've suppressed it.
Yeah, it's been bottled and bottled and covered with various things. For existence in society, for survival, it may be necessary at times to do that. Because we know that it's not pleasant to get angry. But unless we find the root cause, it's not easy to handle anger. Now, anger is not an isolated emotion. It's usually linked with other things. Jealousy.
No, simple thing like getting angry with your kids.
That is not, that's not a bad thing.
That's not anger, that's love.
That's getting them online.
That's not, you can't call that really anger in that kind of. Anger can also be called bad only when it is destructive. Not when it's, that's why I said it's not an isolated emotion. You cannot separate it and say anger, I have to control this. It's all part of one. The less self-centered one is, the less these things come. That is the root.
But in most cases, isn't it better to let sleeping dogs lie? Allah.
Yeah, if you are okay with it, it is okay.
No,
But the thing is, you never know where it flares up.
The dog will not sleep
when you're
forever. It will wake up.
No, for instance, you start your meditation, and by and large, you are able to achieve a certain semblance of calmness. Why unnecessarily think up, like you said, invoke the person who may or may not have done? In fact, most of the time you don't even remember that.
Then it is better to leave it. I am talking about a case of one is obsessed by it. Then only. Otherwise there is no need. You see, it's like this. What has happened in the past, you can do nothing.
No.
Because you can't go back to the past and tinker with it. It's impossible. Humanly impossible. So we have only the present. So you make the best use of it, utilize it. Because this will decide what is going to happen in future. So that way you're right. I'm talking about some obsession which is even preventing you from meditating. Then no, this kind of remedy.
Then you have to face
The
it.
other corollary question to this is that people say that when you meditate, all your dark thoughts or your whatever it is come up. Is that true?
Sometimes. If there are really such dark thoughts, they will come.
Which you are usually not aware of.
Yeah, they may come up. It's like a manthan. When the Samudra manthan was done, first thing that came out was the poison.
Yeah.
Then the Amrita will come out.
Yeah.
But one has to learn how to handle that poison when it comes out.
Oh.
So it is possible that it may happen. This is only if there is something below the surface that has to come out. If there is nothing to come out, you don't have to create something.
And does it have to be early morning? Because many people believe that it's early morning that meditation is best.
Now, this is simply because of practical reasons.
Right.
Early morning, first of all, if you get up very early, you don't have anything else to do. So you can concentrate on what you do. The other is, it is a time when the world is generally silent. So
It's conducive
and also cool. The only wonderful thing you hear are probably the birds, which is nice, which is conducive to meditation.
Okay.
So, and your stomach is empty. You have not eaten anything. You might have had a cup of milk or tea, but nothing in particular. So all these are plus points for meditation, which does not mean that meditation cannot be done at other times. While it will be ideal if you can do it, especially in the beginning,
It's
in
helpful.
the early morning. You can also do meditation at any time of the day. Only thing is, if your tummy is full, then when you meditate, you will fall asleep. So leave about an hour or 1.5 hours after you had a meal and then meditate. Can be done any time. I am specifically saying this because some people determine, okay, from tomorrow I am going to get up in the morning. One day it works. Second day, 5 o'clock will become 6. Third day, acha, I sleep, I get up. I'm very tired. So finally because you cannot meditate in the morning, you give up meditation altogether. So I find a reasonable time and stick to it for some time till you become an expert at sitting down, then slowly advance your mornings a little bit further up. This works better. No? Now, there is another reason which is inner secret of why morning meditations are good. In the time scale of a day, there are 3 sandhyas. The first sandhya is when the sun is about to rise. Sandhya, meeting point. The second is in the mid-noon, when the shadows are beginning to lengthen. And the third is in the evening, when the sun is around setting time. There are 3 sandhyas. These are the 3 sandhyas during which Gayatri chanting and Sandhya Vandana are prescribed. Why? Because in yogic terms, we know that normally people think that both their nostrils are working at the same speed all the time. They don't. At a given moment, generally, either the right one is stronger or the left one is stronger. And the ancient rishis have found out through observation or having been taught by those who came from above to teach them that certain activities are prescribed according to that, according to which one is stronger. Like all physical activities, food, eating, drinking, sleeping, they are all when this one is stronger. And when this is stronger, then activities like meditating, dance, music, art.
Meditation, isn't it when both are...
No, wait, so then. Now during these 3 sandhyas, both when the right shift to the left and the left shifts, there is one period when both are equal. That is the time when the Sushumna functions better. From the yogic anatomy, not from the... So, when that happens, it's more conducive to me. Which is why these times have been fixed, but you can do at any time. Now all I am saying is, because you can't sit at that time, you should not stop me. Otherwise it will go off slowly. I can't sit so early.
No, I've heard about the breathing and also it has an effect on the blood pressure.
Yes.
and on migraines. All kinds of things are affected by the different side breathing. So
there is an entire science in yoga on breath, right and left breath. My understanding of this is the left breath is connected to the right brain and the right to the left. Because in yogic terminology, in the yogic descriptions, they say that when the Ida Nadi is functioning, which is the left, the Pingala Nadi is functioning, which is the right, then it is the right conducive to do practical things. Calculate, things like that. That is to do with the left. So there is a crisscross.
Yes.
Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like it.
And when the left, which is called the Ida Nadi, works, then intuitive things, that which cannot fall into 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and so on. The creative, that imagination and so on, that this is connected to that. So the yogis also have ways and means to shift it when necessary, from right to left and left to right. Not a mystery or anything. If you lie down on your right side, after some time the left will start operating. If you lie on your left, after some time the right will start operating.
Sir, in one of your things you said about how you were given a whack on your face and your fingula opened up.
But that is not a ordinary.
Easy way, sir.
Rational. Rational description. That happened. This I have written in the next sequence.
But in one of your talks, casual recordings, you had mentioned to somebody.
Was, this thing I told you about right and left. So, when I was very small, about 11, 12 years old, I had a relative, my father's eldest cousin actually, who also of course came from our family naturally. And it was from him that for the first time I heard the word Kundalini. He was a confirmed bachelor, and he never got married. And the reason is also very funny. He used to be a tall man, with short haircut, and always wore a khaki shirt and a dhoti in Kerala, and very tall, and he used to carry an umbrella. Many people thought he was a retired police officer, something like that. Especially the taxi drivers, because sometimes they used to get good piece of his mind. Now he used to live in a place called Punalur, where my father's family comes from. It is not far from Trivandrum. So he used to come very often. He was actually the headmaster of the Punalur High School.
Oh, okay.
And he went in those days to a place called American College, Madurai, and did his English graduation and all that, and learned self-defense. He also would with Kalaripait. So he was quite a character, a colourful character. So his marriage was arranged with my father's eldest sister, who is his cousin, his first cousin. So on the day when he was entering the pandal for my father's other sisters, who were going to be his sister-in-laws in future, and they were teasing him and making fun of him, and somebody threw a banana skin on his head. Instead of walking into the mandap, he turned and walked back home. He said, if this is the situation before marriage, what will happen after?
But he actually left.
Yeah, actually left. My grandfather never forgave him for that. He was his nephew. Never forgave. Whenever he came into the house, my grandfather used to wander off somewhere. So this gentleman, and also he was a headmaster of the my grandfather started that school, then the government took over afterwards. Punalur High School, but the management school. So because he started the school, he made him the headmaster, because he was qualified.
Yes.
So my father was his student, even though he is his cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. In those days, how
age difference.
So this gentleman used to come to Trivandrum, often retired, and he used to usually come armed with Perry Mason Sherlock Holmes, and things like that. And in the drawing room there was an easy chair. He would read happily. Only bad thing habit he had was he used to smoke cheroot. That cigar, horrible smelling stuff. That I can never forget. So this man, one day he told me, I will take you to see somebody, but don't tell anybody. So I said, how can I? He said, no, I'll tell them. Those days, no cell phones, no. He said, I'll tell them that I'm taking you to Punalur to give you some training in self-defense. He was an expert in Kalari and also judo, jiu-jitsu and all, from American College, Madurai. So I'll tell your father, don't worry. So I said, okay. So he told my father that I'm taking him to Punalur. So we went off. Instead of going to Punalur, 3 days we travelled, 3.5 days. And finally he said, I'm taking you to meet a living saint. You must get his blessings. I said, but why? He said, because Babaji had already touched my head. This is after that. So this is part of that thing actually. So he took me, and finally, tired and hungry almost, we reached Ganeshpuri.
Ganeshpuri, that is
Near Pune.
Trains, buses, but those days it was, and I was so fed up and tired that I was wondering what is all this thing going on. Anyway, we went to Nityananda's place in Ganeshpuri. Have you heard of? Not this present Nityananda. Nityananda used to be there in Ganeshpuri, a great saint, Paramahamsa. So he used to behave like a madman sometimes. If he didn't like people, he would throw stones, or he used to curse them. Malayalam, he knew choice galis.
Oh, he was a Malayali?
Nityan. Very good Malayalam. Nobody knows whether he was Malayali, Tulu or Kannada. He talked Marathi also very well. Anyway, so he said, I have brought you to see Nityananda. I could not have. I was 11.5 years old. We went to a place, they called it Kailash, that I remember. It was a boat. That's where he lived. Inside that Kailash, if you enter, there is a stone slab and an easy chair. You used to either lie there or sit on the easy chair. It was a huge, dark man, completely dark, huge, clean shaved, head shaved, only a white cowpea used to be there. Big built. Now when we went, they said, no, you can't see him, come at 4 o'clock. So we went out and thankfully ate something. And I was on the verge of tears actually. Something, and then finally at 4 o'clock, there were not too many people, so we were allowed to go. My uncle who took me, he passed in front of me, he didn't say anything, he was simply sitting on the chair making noises. Like that. He said, like this, so he was. Then